we talking about during the video or that night?
Yeah, you know what? Let me back up a little bit, Mr. Smith.
Okay.
This happened on August 14th. August 19th. 2014.
Yes.
How many days by that point had you been in Ferguson?
I've been there 2 days.
So you arrived on the 17th?
Yeah, but I didn't get out on the street on the 17th. I came on the 18th because I was so tired. I believe. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, that was the first night I was there. Was when I encountered Mr. Albers.
And so, I'm sorry. The first night that you were on the street was the first night in question when Mr. Albers is in the video?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so how...
I'm sorry, sir. Was that a yes or a no?
That was a yes.
Okay, you have to say yes or no because the court reporter can't take down uh-huh or uh-uh.
Okay, I'm sorry. I guess it doesn't come out to the stenographer.
That's all right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Smith, how many hours before you shot the video were you on the street?
I was there when it was daylight, so, man, 5-6 hours.
And when you first arrived in Ferguson, describe the scene.
It was in the daytime. It was very calm. There were people marching up and down the street. There was a heavy police presence, but it was very peaceful for a protest. I didn't see any violence earlier in the day. Just people marching, protesting. Some folks making speeches. The police had like 3 soft checkpoints that you would walk through to get to Florissant, where they would scrutinize and search people occasionally. And I had a nice conversation with a sergeant on the way in. He asked to search me, and I consented to let him look through my bag, and we talked for a while. It was very calm until nighttime.
Mr. Smith,
yeah.
You're going to have to slow down a little bit.
I'm sorry.
The stenographer's having trouble getting everything you're saying.
Okay.
You were saying that you had been searched by a police officer. Is that where you were?
Yeah, okay. on the way in, and I had a really good conversation with him afterwards.
And then, Mr. Smith, do you recall if on August 18th there was a curfew in place?
I don't remember.
Now, you said earlier in the day you didn't observe any violence. Did that change at some point?
Yeah, later on towards the evening, as it got later, things got more intense.
And what do you mean by intense?
Well, just after Mr. Albers, after I witnessed him raise the rifle, just maybe 30, 40 seconds after that, the police told people if they were in the street via a loudspeaker that they were unlawfully assembled, I think is the word they used, and they went and they made an arrest, and that seemed to bring things up a few notches, and people started throwing. I noticed after that arrest during people were throwing plastic bottles at police, and I saw a glass bottle thrown as well.
Now, you said this all happened after you saw Mr. Albers raise his gun?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you watched the first video, correct?
I did.
And you hear an unidentified...
She excluded the first 20 seconds. Can't go into that.
I'm not talking about the first 20 seconds.
The first video.
Yes.
So the question is confined to the part that was admitted into evidence.
Okay. And you hear a woman screaming very loudly, "Stop throwing things." Do you recall seeing that? Okay, well, I don't know if it was or not. Personal observation, did you hear a woman saying, stop throwing things loudly?
I did not.
And so your testimony is that before you saw Mr. Albers, you didn't see a single person throw anything at any officer.
That is correct. I didn't see a single person throw anything until after that arrest or during it, yeah.
What do you mean after what arrest?
In the video, there's an arrest, and the video that I submitted, video number 3, I saw things thrown after that, and I saw things thrown a few moments after Mr. Albers raised his rifle. I saw some, I think, a couple plastic bottles thrown.
And so you don't know what caused Mr. Albers to, in your own words, look terrified, correct?
I can't speak for another man's mind.
What I'm asking is you did not observe anything that would have explained why Mr. Albers looked terrified.
No, I didn't
And
see any
you-
imminent threat to his life.
I'm sorry?
I didn't see any imminent threat to him, no.
Okay. And you said later in the video that all of these cops are acting very afraid, correct?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea why all of the police officers looked afraid that night?
Well, at that point, they were having stuff thrown at them, so I would be afraid myself.
Yeah, have you ever been a police officer in a riot situation? You asked them all sorts of stuff about police officers.
Oh, wow.
Have you ever been a police officer in a riot situation?
Of course not. I'm not a police officer, ma'am.
Okay, have you ever had a bottle of urine thrown at you by someone you can't identify?
I was almost hit by bottles when I was filming the cops beside them that night, but no, I've never had one. I've never had anybody throw a bottle of urine at me.
Have you ever had rocks thrown at you by an identified person?
No.
Have you ever had bricks thrown at you?
Nope.
Now,
No.
if you were in a crowd surrounded 360 degrees by unknown persons throwing unidentified objects at you, would you be scared?
Objection isn't about what he feels about somebody else's experience. It's about his thing.
Now, you claim that when the weapon was pointed at you, you were in fear of your life, correct?
Yes, I was fearful, yes.
So what did you do since you were in fear of your life? How did you protect yourself?
There's nothing I could do. I could just stand there. Like,
Well, you continued to yell at Mr. Albers, didn't you?
I never yelled at Mr. Albers.
You never spoke directly to Mr. Albers?
Hold on. Objection to what, Mr. Shooting? Just again, shooting back outside of evidence.
What's that?
I'll allow it. Mr. Smith and Ms. Barr, you need to be careful not to speak over each other. In
Yes.
other words, let Ms. Barr finish your question and then answer answer the question, Mr. Smith. And Ms. Barr, let Mr. Smith answer the question and then ask the next question.
Sure.
And if there's an objection, everything needs to stop.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the objection.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Smith, did you direct any questions towards Mr. Albers that night?
No,
You didn't speak directly to him at all?
I did not. I spoke to a sergeant about him.
Okay. And so when you were in fear of your life, what did you do to take cover?
I just paused. I mean, I just felt afraid. I mean, there was people on all sides of me. There was nowhere I could really move to, you know?
So when you felt afraid, did you stop filming to try to protect yourself?
The camera was still in my hand. I just remember flinching, you know?
So filming was more important than trying to protect yourself. Is that right?
Well, the way I look at it, holding the camera is my defense.
Well, let's be honest. You never thought that Mr. Albers was going to shoot you, did you?
I felt that I could have been accidentally shot because of the way he was aiming the rifle at me and scanned across my chest multiple times. You're not supposed to aim a rifle at someone unless you're intending on killing
You
them.
answered my question, Mr. Smith.
Sure.
When you spoke to the sergeant, what did you say to him?
I asked him to speak to Mr. Albers, and I said that man looks afraid, and I don't think it's good that people with rifles act fearful like that, and could he speak with him? Because I wanted the sergeant to calm him down or talk to him or put a hand on him or something to make him feel okay, you know, because I was afraid that somebody would be shot.
Did you know whether or not Mr. Albers' rifle was loaded?
I'm not psychic. No, there's no way for me to know that.
Not a question to ask.
Shooting. direct.
Mr. Smith, did you feel that someone might be shot in the crowd?
Yes.
He doesn't have the ability to testify to what he felt someone else might do.
I said, did he fear that someone might be shot in the crowd? Did he fear it?
I'll allow it. Go ahead and answer, Mr. Smith.
Yes.
And why?
Well, specifically, Mr. Albers took a step or two towards a young black man, and I believe he was the one he was referring to when Mr. Albers said, "Get back, or I'll fucking kill you." I think he was referring to that young black man.
All right, that's all I have.
Mr. Smith, thank you very much for appearing today by phone. I know it's difficult to do that with being over the phone, but I appreciate your patience and your assistance.
Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, thanks to the court. Yeah, I just hope Mr. Albers is treated fairly.
Thank you, Mr. Smith, and we're going to disconnect now, okay?
All right. Have a good
All
day.
right. Thank you.